Chiefs, 9.5-point favorites at home against the Steelers.
Yeah, so, this was a Chiefs team that coming into the season was one of the worst cover teams in the league. They've snapped off 5 straight covers in a row. But with that being said, 3 of those games where they covered have been by a field goal or less. That's what the line was set at. But they've held teams to exactly 9 points in 3 straight games before the Chargers put 28 points up against them. The defense has been the biggest story in this one here. They've really showed up as of late against this Steelers team that's just struggling to move the ball through the air on the ground. You should cover this one. This might actually be a tad bit too low.
Yeah, I know yesterday Travis Kelce was placed on the reserve COVID-19 list, so I don't know if he's going to be back over the weekend there, Geoff, but would that impact your decision here?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something you need to monitor. Obviously, we want Travis Kelce out there if you're thinking about taking Kansas City. And, I mean, this isn't a game I necessarily want to target. Steve mentioned some of the long-term trends with Kansas City that really have not been a good home cover team. 7-10 covering as home favorites since 2019. But, it's definitely like, you can look at the long-term thing, but it's really the short-term we should be concerned about. And they have been a lot better. And I think realistically, it's just a case of they're just a better team than Pittsburgh. And I expect them to win this game. And I expect that, whoever is going to cover here, Pittsburgh or Kansas City, it's probably going to come down to like a last-minute garbage time drive by the Pittsburgh Steelers being down 2 scores. And does Ben Roethlisberger get in the end zone here or not? I would side with Kansas City at under 10 points. I think now that it's moved under 10, probably on the Travis Kelce news, that you do take Kansas City. Again, this isn't like my favorite game to target, as you can probably tell how I'm talking about it. But, I mean, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they allow too many rushing yards. Yeah, they came up with some turnovers against Tennessee last week, but I mean, Ryan Tannehill isn't playing quarterback this week. So I think Kansas City's probably going to be okay in that regard. I expect Kansas City to cruise. I think that at under 10, this one's just a little bit too low in terms of their favor. So I would side with the KC Chiefs here.
Okay, Pearce, bring us home here. Is this spread too long or too short?
Yeah, this is too low. It's going to move up towards Kansas City. It's going to get higher. You look at double-digit favorites this season, 19, 14, and 1. That might not seem like the biggest differential, but previously you got about a 500 or even lower with these double-digit favorites covering. They've covered in 9 of the last 12 games this season, and the ones that have missed the double-digit favorites was last week. It was Tampa, that debacle, Miami for whatever reason being favored by -10, and then those Detroit Lions covering the spread as well. Double-digit favorites have played well, and then you've got Kansas City, who is trending the right direction offensively. Their defenses look great. In Pittsburgh, yeah, they're getting some wins, but all the advanced metrics say that defense is bad and that offense is bad, and Kansas City should cover in this game.